Now, we take this opportunity to introduce our guest, Ms. Dipti Deshpande. Ma'am, may I have your permission to begin? Thank you. Madam has completed her Masters in HR Management from IBMR College, Pune. She has worked with organizations like Hutchinson 3G and Convergys. Currently, she is an Associate Program Manager HR in eClerx Services Private Limited. Madam is a very dynamic and high impactful leader with just do it attitude and right on target approach who comes with an in-depth know-how of the talent acquisition gamut. She aggressively pursues her goals and drives her career vehicle with passion. Now, I request ma'am to kindly take over.
Audible enough? Or earlier was better? Okay. Excuse me, where's my laptop? That side? Okay. Just sure. I don't have a pocket though. Put my back pocket. No. Is that something? Why is it hung? Why can't it come completely? Okay, you unplugged it. No, wait. I want only this light to be seen, not this light. ठीक है, okay. Should be good.
Forward, backward, and upward is for light.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, how was the presentation today morning? You hungry? It was good? Okay, so people who don't respond, I might just ask them questions, yeah? So I want everyone to respond. If you're not responding, I don't like it. Yeah, it's not very interactive then, yeah? Good. I'm Dipti Deshpande, currently with eClerx Services Limited, as Madam rightly said. I cater to the talent engagement and a talent acquisition aspect in eClerx. eClerx, of course, is the financial services sector. We cater to the financial services into the investment banking, not into the retail banking, but the investment banking. Of course, besides that, we also are thoroughly into digital marketing activities. We are totally into software services when it comes to consulting businesses for various IT across the globe. Our major business is North Americas, so we cater mostly to North Americas. Yeah, this is a zero debt company listed in BSE, NSE, and of course going strong, and we are only growing strong. We were till 2007 a 90 people company and now a 8,000 people company. We have spread in, of course, across India and across the globe. Our major delivery centers are in India, but our sales and other offices are across the globe within 54 countries that we are specially available in. I know there's a lot of content, but we'll just quickly go through this. Just to understand rightly, we are from the first year batch, right? Yes. Great. And we are here to do our specializations? Yes. Great. Is everyone focused enough to have a career, or someone just wants to do an MBA and sit at home? Great. No, sitting at home is not bad, I'm just asking. So there could be people who want to sit at home, and it's completely okay. Some might want to be entrepreneurs, some might want to be leaders in their domain, some might want to be entrepreneurs within their home, and of course everyone has his or her own choice. But very important is, in this 2 years of your B school, there are some very, very important factors that you'll have to keep in mind. Yeah, B school is an institution that can give you everything and make you learn everything that's going to happen in your next future years, right? If you want to be successful in your next future years, these are the 2 years you'll have to really count on day. Yeah, 1 day missed and 1 year of your life is missed, as easy as that. Yeah, so this 2 years of your B school, you'll have to make the utmost. And when I mean you, I mean you. I do not mean people like me who come here, talk, go. I do not mean our professors. They will give you a role, they will give you a way, they will motivate you in life, they will tell you what has to be done, they will do everything the best for you. End of the day, it is totally on you on how much you have to grasp, right? So that is extremely important. If you have that passion, the determination, and that right attitude in you to grasp the right things, you will be successful for sure. But if you are coming with fun on the floor, with just being social, just partying, and remaining for the last day to come, and then maybe I will sit for my placement, and then maybe I'll give an interview, things might not work so successful for you. So be serious about your career if you want to be serious in your life. Yeah, be serious now in this 2 years. You can enjoy after your placements, absolutely you can enjoy. Yeah, very few things as college and graduates, and very few things that you have to keep in mind when you are bridging during this year is keep your open mind. Yeah, there will be things that might not be in your brains now, but be open, don't be narrow, don't be conservative, be open to thoughts, be open to ideas. There could be some ideas and thoughts which you might not like now, but they are extremely important, that's why you are being told about it. Yeah, so be extremely open, have a clear and open mind, because that's more important as to how you are going ahead in life. Yeah, another very important factor is how much are you taking out of your professors and mentors. Your professors, mentors have been in the industry, have done college, have experienced in life, have seen pros, have seen cons. Yeah, they come with the most advanced industry experience, and that's why they think that maybe they did not get some things during their education life, and that's why they are here to tell you what you can achieve in your education life. Yeah, so take the best out of your professors and out of your mentors who come to train you here. Yeah, very important, of course, is eat well and exercise. I don't know how many of you all exercise, but believe me, it is extremely important for you all. Yeah, have a fresh brain, have a fresh attitude, have a fresh mind, be healthy, and eat well. All these things will contribute to you being successful. And how? Because if you are lethargic, you will not be able to get the best out of the day, and you being more active and proactive and energetic will get you to the next level, which is very important now. Clear here? Okay. It's not coming up. Yeah. Okay. I'm sure you all will be doing this, but you attending all the seminars that are possible, you attending the extracurricular session that your college is giving for you, they are extremely important. Don't give any excuses to not to attend these sessions. Yeah, excuses will only take you to failures. Yeah, you might not be well, but just push yourself to go for it. Yeah, For that little time you might be feeling, no, I'm not really well. Until unless there's an emergent or an exigency which is not possible, then maybe you might not attend these seminars and the lectures. But extremely important, you never know which that one person will be who might just be your idol in your life and you've just missed his or her section or her lecture, right? So give that best, take the best out of these sessions that are coming to you. There will be seminars upcoming for you. There will be guest lectures that will be coming to you. You might just have your industry interest in that person, right? Someone coming from an FMCG or an IT or a BPO or a KPO or a manufacturing setup, yeah? You might just get that best out of that individual, and there, if you've just missed that session, imagine what you've missed, yeah? So never during your college life, everything is important, but most important and priority is you attending these guest lectures and the sessions by your professors. Yeah? Okay, something that we don't do very usually, half of the time we might not just know even our own class groups, people. Very wrong. Yeah? Definitely you have to know your classmates, you have to know his, her own hobbies, because you never know what comes up. Yeah? Tomorrow, after 2 years, you all might be a group of people who are doing your own startup. Yeah? But to do that own startup, what do you have to do? You have to communicate. Yeah? For all you know, think of your junior batches and your senior batches. By the end of this 3 months, you have to know them all. You have to know where your people have got placed, where the candidates have got placed. You have to know what your juniors are doing too. Yeah? Share your thoughts, share your subjects that you like. Be communicative to them. Yeah? All your seniors, are we all aware where they are placed? Have you spoken to them? No. That's why we don't even know about the industry, right? So be communicative. You knowing your classmates, seniors, juniors is very important. We keep talking of bad things like ragging and whatever that happens. We never talk of good things. There is so much goodness in colleges and at campuses that can happen, right? Are we picking on those positive factors? Never. Yeah? Isn't it important? So who all are actually going to go to their seniors and see what they are doing? Yes, I want 100% of you all to talk to your seniors or your juniors. There could be some subjects that you really like. You might just be their intern professor for all you know. Yeah, you might be a master in that domain, and you might want to share these thoughts with your juniors also whenever they come. I mean, when you go next. This all is not as of today that you have to do. I'm saying what you have to do in this 2 years, right? So your second year, you will have to look at more on grooming and polishing your juniors to come up to the level. Yeah, so talk to your seniors, see their market standards, see their industry standards, know about their companies. For all you know, you might just get placed there. Yeah, fair? Yes. Perfect. Extremely important. Take an internship. Now, internship is written as take your internship, right? That's not something that's just by the college. Yeah. You will have to come up with your companies that you think are of interest to you. Yeah, there could be some companies which might not list it, but yeah, it's extremely important because it could be just a startup, right? Show your interest through LinkedIn, through social media, get connections in those companies, see who are working in those companies, how different is that company from another company, how competitive is that company, where is it placed globally. Yeah, you have to know all this through social media portals, right? You never know, you might just land up in that company and do great with that company. Yeah, and this hunger of yours and this greed of yours to get into that better company is going to help you really well. Yeah, so of course, colleges do help in placements, but it's about you on what kind of company do you need, and you in what type of industry do you want to get into to get to the ladder there. Yeah. Okay, something very important, and this is going to be important, as I mentioned, within this 2 years is, of course, we spoke about tutoring opportunities, we spoke about study space. Now study space could be within your college campus and wherever you feel you are going to be more knowledgeable. It could be in a library, could be just in classroom, could be in the cafeteria, could be in your hostel campus. Yeah, have group discussions even in your hostel and your guest house campuses. There itself, you can always prepare. with your guest house, within your guest houses for your next day. Yeah, you know your next day sessions are going to be X, Y, Z. Why not think about it now, talk about it now, and make that as one subject for discussion. Yeah, this is something that's only going to build your knowledge. As I always will mention, this 2 years will decide the next 60 years of your life. So be the best of these 2 years. Yeah. Of course, needless to mention, course materials. There could be guest lectures, there could be programs, and there could be books that are best to learn. Yeah, believe me, these take you a lifelong. We had a grammar book named as Wren and Martin. I still prefer to read Wren and Martin, time and again. The reason is, one, it of course refreshes your grammar and your communication, and how you should take the vocabulary further. Similarly, the management books and the other books that are designed will help you for your lifetime. This will take you a lifelong. There could be OD sessions, organization behavior sessions, that are actually in books. You might want to just recommend them 10 years down the line. Books will always be with you, be what it. And of course, Kindle, if I have to say right in this situation. Now, these points are something that you have to do in your college life. I would also like to let you know what is expected, out of campuses from corporates. So you do your college life good, you've done all this, you've done to your best. What comes next is more on, this is slow. Is more on how you will start your next life, which is your corporate life. And I will say corporate, it could be an entrepreneur, it could be an executive, it could be an associate, it could be an analyst, it could be any designation that you want to say. But these things will be extremely important whenever you are doing things that you want to do, right? First and foremost, be ready for a heavy schedule. I have just written rocking, but it's going to be a very hectic schedule. I just wanted to put rocking because then it sounds positive, right? And then it's more easier to grasp in. If I would have written a hectic schedule, I don't think people would have looked at it so dearly and nearly. But it's going to be a very, very hectic schedule for you. College, you have to only take inputs. Offices and corporates, you have to only give inputs or give outputs, right? So it's going to be extremely hectic, as in you'll have to be really ready for the challenges that are coming to you. Why challenges? One, it's going to be your first year in the corporate sector, right? There will have to be a lot of learning that you'll have to do, right? There will have to be a lot of grasping that you have to do. There could be things which you are not aware how to do. So there could be an entire day training, and tomorrow is your assessment again. So you sit for another 6 hours, do your training, do your brush up, do your knowledge, know-how again and again. So it's going to be a hectic schedule for you for the first year. You will have to be extremely ready for it. It is a challenging situation, but believe me in you've done this and you've been there. It will ideally be that kind of a case and scenario. So this time of yours is going to be extremely crucial and essential. Our next point, of course, very important, looking good. Looking good is, of course, dressing yourself properly, presenting yourself properly, showing that keenness in you, that I'm really serious about my job, right? That is all about looking good. It's not about coming up with a heavy makeup, not at all, or coming up in a stylish wardrobe, no, not at all, right? It's more about how passionate are you showing, how keen and how interested are you showing for the role that you are doing, and that is what looking good will all be about. And of course that will create that positivity in you also, right? Today if I have to come for a campus, I know I'll have to wear my formals by all means. Why? Because that of course is going to make me presentable, that of course is going to make me stand in front of a crowd of 100, that of course is going to make me show how interested I am to talk to candidates and to students with me, right? That all positive building will get your job done the most right way, and that's why looking good is going to be important. Fair? Okay. Of course, always be punctual. There could be situations like I had today. There was a heavy traffic jam and it was not a very easy scene. Thankfully, what You know, if I have to meet 100 people, I cannot afford to be late. What have I to do? I have to start early. I have to, you know, look at my schedule a day in advance and then plan accordingly, right? If I have to be at IEBM today at 11 o'clock when my session starts, I have to be there at 10:45. 15 minutes early minimum. Maximum if I could have been half an hour earlier, sorry for the traffic, but no, I couldn't be that half an hour earlier. But I was here 10:45 because I knew the session starts at 11:05, and I can't take the candidate's time for granted. Yeah, I respect you, and that's how I will gain respect. But if I don't respect you, you will never ever look forward to me, right? Similarly, in your organizations, when you join companies, if you don't show respect to your manager, to your team, to your subordinate about the time, if you're not available on time for the meetings, you will never get respect. You will always be seen, acha wo to late hi aayega, kind of a scene. And I'm sure you will never want to be in this position. So punctuality is always important. You know, casual attitude, behavior will not take you long. Fair? Okay, please questions, okay, anytime in between, I can stop. Okay, here. Yeah, we just spoke about it, right? Show respect and gain respect. Yeah, you don't show respect, you don't get respect. Yeah, you don't show that politeness in you, you will not get the right politeness that you expect. Yeah, so it's a boomerang end of the day, right? Whatever you give will exactly come to you. Not today, maybe tomorrow. Yeah? Okay. Oh, very important. Try to be a team player. I'm actually meant to be a positive or a good team player. Why a team player? You know, some of them are extremely introvert. They will not go out, they will not talk. In a meeting, if you are not a good team player, you will not be able to give your thoughts. You will not be able to share your thoughts. If you are not able to share your thoughts, you will think end of the session, oh, I should have spoken this, oh, I should have told this, oh, I think my idea was better. But if you have not spoken, it's not heard. So you have to be a team player. You can't be an individualist there. Individualists are not counted. Keep your individualism for your home when you're studying. That is individualism. I am studying for myself, for my betterment. At office, be a team player. Be with everyone, gel with everyone. Not everyone might be adaptive. Your boss, your colleague might look forward to you because you were adaptable, you were flexible when you were, when someone approached to you. So being a team player is going to take you a distance long than normal. Agree? Yes. Anything that we didn't agree till now? Good to go? Yes. Perfect. The next point, we'll always see this everywhere, even in colleges, even in campuses, even in while we are going for a movie, everywhere we see this. But avoid gossip sessions. It doesn't ever help anyone. Yeah, this is not just corporate. This is your college, your campus, your family life also. Avoid gossips. Wherever you see there are gossips, just change the subject randomly. Talk anything foolish and it's still okay because you are avoiding the gossip. The gossip is not going to take you anywhere. It's not giving you any knowledge. It's only getting the negativity in your brains. It's only going to get the bad things or the negative thoughts of the other individuals and making your brain rusty and dusty. Yeah? Avoid gossips completely. Fair? Take stereotyping in the right attitude. Someone joins and is taken for granted. Ye to bachcha hai. But it's still okay, right? If I've joined an organization, if I'm a fresher, if my 4-year-old tenured employee wants to say this, it's okay. Because at his or her level, I might be a fresher. But there, my attitude, my confidence, the work that I'm doing, the way I am doing, my work will talk about my attitude. Yeah? So stereotyping will happen, but take it in a positive attitude. Don't get low on confidence. Don't get depressed. Don't get demotivated. Yeah? These all are very, very bad words that you should never have in your life. Yeah? So always take stereotyping in a right way, take it as a step to move further. You have to press on that step and just go ahead. Yeah, people will keep talking because they come with tenure, because they come with experience, they come with expertise. They will say, but your work will talk for you, don't worry at all. Do the right job, do the right work, and it will talk for you. Fair? Okay. Very important, right? I got my salary and I'm going to spend it all. Yeah? It's my first salary, it's my right to spend. Yeah? I have to. नहीं तो friends तो खा डालेंगे मुझे. Yeah? मुंह नहीं दिखाने के काबिल रहूँगी मैं, है ना? But no, that's not the way. Friends आज पार्टी करेंगे, कल पार्टी करेंगे, परसों क्या होगा? यार थोड़े पैसे दे दे, खत्म हो गए पैसे. हाँ? No. So plan for you, plan a budget for you. You have to party, no doubts about it, please party. But please save for the fire day, right? Please save for the month end. Please save for any exigencies that can come for you, for your family, for your friends. Yeah, savings is going to be very important. This sounds very boring, you know. When I had heard of all these, like, "Ye kya hai? Why is she even talking about this? I've just started my life." You start your life anytime. If you wouldn't have had saved today, if your parents wouldn't have had saved for y'all wouldn't have had been here. Yeah, they've taken the pains. There was a reason to it. You will have to take some pains. There will be a reason for it. Yeah, so 20,000 मिले 2,000 तो save करना ही करना है. Yeah, start with mutual funds. Start with SIP. Start with stocks. Yeah. You might not know some things. There are these, dummy funds. For example, if you go on Money Control kind of a site, you get a dummy 1 lakh rupees. Yeah, you invest that 1 lakh, you get 1,10,000. Sometimes you get 90,000. You're not idly saving. You're not giving hard in cash. It's just a dummy coin that is given to you, coin box that's given to you, and that is teaching you investments. That is teaching you how would you have done better, how you can do better. Where did you miss, all these kind of things. Yeah, so when I mean save, it's not just about putting the money aside, it is about putting that money to work. How is it going to work for you? Yeah, आज saving करने, it's not just FDs, right? आज अगर saving करने है तो there are many other mediums and modes for that money to work on you. Yeah, so sometimes we work for the money, but the money also has to work for us. Right, with the kind of inflation that's going, your money will have to work and you will have to make that money work for you. Yeah, so please save. Out of your pockets money, please save. If you're getting 10,000, put that 1,000 somewhere in these activities. You will be surprised to know where you've landed end of the session. You would have in multiples and you might just get something for your own self. And that earning out of your own is a different feeling overall. With me? Good. Okay. Yeah, it's so easy to just write for me, but I know it's not easy for you all to follow every point of it. As long as you just pick up, if there could be some 30 points, if you just pick up these 10 points and work on those just 10 points, it will make your life successful. So tell me where to stop, and I can immediately stop because I can actually go on. Okay. Challenges, jobs can be made easier for you. You might not be given a job for the next 2 months. You join today and 2 months you're told ki, there's just nothing. What do you think would you do for those 2 months? Someone is joined an IT setup, someone is joined a manufacturing setup, someone is joined a quality team, someone is joined FMCG sector. What would you all do if you had no jobs for 2 months? Yep.
Good morning. Good morning, ma'am. I am Parul Pawar from Bhopal, Madhya Pradesh. If I won't get any job after my joining, I will just observe the way others are doing their work.
Good.
And try to analyze the things, try to analyze what inputs they are giving and how they are getting their outputs done.
Good, good, very good. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Observation, extremely important, and observation actually teaches you a lot of things. Besides that, go to your peer, go to your boss, what the kind of work that they are doing, see how you can be helpful there. For all you know, it might just be about collating data, about extracting data, about formulating data, but it is about you, how you will take it further. Go and seek and talk and communicate. Yeah, fine, I have nothing for my project now, but can I do something little for that little project that's going just besides my table, right? I am seeing my person and my employer and my team player being here from morning 9 to night 9. What can I help? Even that 1 hour, 2 hour help of yours will play a lot of role. Now this obviously will be a challenge for you because you have no idea about that project, but be open to take and seek these challenges. You will learn a lot out of these challenges. Observations will definitely help, but you talking to your employees, talking to the teams, talking to your managers and your bosses will help you more, because that will show that you are taking the initiative, you are coming forward, you are showing your flexibility, and you are showing that you have that hunger in you to learn, and that's how you will be able to mold yourself and develop yourself. Tomorrow, you might have to do something in a .NET project or a Java project. Just take books and or give some certifications for those .NETs. Maybe you do not have the time to do it, but now you know that your project is going to be on .NET. Why not get certified on .NET? Why not get certified on Java? Why not get certified and trained, of course? Because end of the day, it's only going to be of help to you. Yeah? Great. Extremely important, needless to mention, your moral and your values. There will be people who will say various things, but what stands really important with you lifelong are your values. Yeah? So stick to your values, stick to integrity, stick to your morals, and you will be safe. Yeah? Along with the risks that you take. Very important, right? Be passionate, be keen. We just spoke about it. Yeah? Again, learning never stops. Today I'm doing a course from IIM Lucknow. Why am I doing it? Not required after 15 years of experience. But believe me, my uncle did his post-graduation when he was 62 years old. Was there a need at 62 years old to do a post-graduation? Maybe not. But it just teaches you so many things. You just feel like living again. Yeah, you just get into that studentship mode, because as a student I've always gained so much. So I always have that fact in mind that as a student I will always keep gaining, and that gain is always going to pay me in my rewards, right? And who don't need rewards, right? So learning should never stop. It must never ever stop. Keep learning. Yeah, today you know everything in and out of your industry and your business good. What are you doing to know the other half also? That's equally important. Yeah, so keep learning. Again, as I mentioned, casual behavior, good for some time, not always. So always have that professionalism when you're dealing with your people around. They will always look up to you. They will always look forward to you. They will always get that respect for you, because you've been professional in your culture, in your in your work atmosphere, and that will make you make people see you more approachable than others. Yeah. So having this professionalism and the culture that you're carrying along with you with professionalism will play a very prominent role. Yeah. Extremely important, right? Who all are on LinkedIn? Good. End of the day, just ensure everyone is on LinkedIn, everyone is connected to each other, because a good network is going to play a very important role for you to progress in life. Yeah, a good network for now could be within yourself. A good network for tomorrow would be with your professors. A good network then would be with other industries, with corporates, with organizations, with other education institutes. And imagine the kind of network that you're building for yourself. What will happen with this if you build network? Will it be of any gain? So why not do it today? Yeah. So having a good network is extremely essential again. Yeah, And I'm not just talking about LinkedIn, I'm sure you could be on other social media platforms also. And this is not just about social media platforms again, it could be about other means of communication also. But having a good network, extremely important. Your student life in schools, yeah, your graduation life, I'm sure you all would be, you all are alumni of some colleges. You all might want to know what's happening with those colleges. You all might want to know where that college is and what are they going up to, right? So this network is extremely important for you. Similarly for corporate, in the corporate environment also, networks will be very important for you. Today, I started working in the year 1999. I know all my friends since 99, who is placed, how, where, and how is this helping me? If I have to place someone in anywhere, I know to approach that person. It will not be a surprise. Acha, Dipti Deshpande, after 15 years, how are you? No. Because I'm always in the network of my people who I worked with. You have this opportunity. As I mentioned, do a network within your own class. Know everyone. Yeah? And then of course, imagine the kind of network. Today, you might have 10 more people in your network. You might have, imagine 10 into hundreds. Yeah, it will suddenly be 10,000 people network within here. Yeah? Make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
Fair. Do you want me to stop?
No,
Okay. These are very minuscule or very, not so important. So just prioritize these points for y'all, okay? These points are important, but just prioritize how you want to do what first. Yeah? Okay. Very important, right? Happiness in your life. If you're not happy in your life, you'll not keep moving ever. Bas, I'm content and I'm only going to do this and that's the end. No, you have to keep moving. Yeah? You have to keep moving for the thirst of knowing so many things. Today I went to one place. So India is such a big country. Go to different places, know different cultures, know different organizations, know different companies. You won't believe the kind of companies that are coming up, right? So you being moving, you will know more industries. For all you know, it might be a surprise where you land up in which industry. So you have to keep moving. Yeah, very important. Don't be submissive. Flattering again is not always a very good policy. So don't be very submissive. Just avoid being there. Yeah. Respect boundaries, very important. You should know your company's models, roles, responsibilities, to what measure can you take risk, to what level can you take these risks. You have to know these boundaries. Yeah. Today, if I know, as a corporate, I am no one to share data to anyone outside the market, right? There are some confidentialities, there are agreements, there are statement of work, there are service level agreements. Yeah, I have to know my boundaries where I have to, control myself. I might want to do great with my client management skills, but for my client management, I should not go out of my boundary. I should not go out of my limit. I have to know my boundaries. So be within boundaries for you to have a better connect with your clients. Yeah. Okay, deadlines, very important, right? Okay, I'll come after a week's time to you, and imagine that person never comes to you after even 2 months. What will you not just curse that friend or that person? यार तूने तो मुझे बोला था within 1 week you are coming, and it's 2 months and you're not even here. Between friends, this is a very casual talk. Imagine within corporates, this is not casual. They'll not look up to you. So if you've told, I'm giving my presentation within this 1 week's time, please ensure within 4 days it is ready for you. 5th day, you are reviewing it with one of your colleagues. यार देख ले एक बार, ठीक है ना? 6th day, you are doing it with your mentor. You're all set. 7th day, before the day starts, you're putting it in the inbox of the person that you wanted to share. Yeah. So stick to your deadlines. Very important. It will take you a long way. It will obviously get you. People will look up to you if you will, of course, be punctual and stick to your deadlines for your presentations and your everyday work. Very important. I join a company and I don't know what that company is into. How foolish will I sound? Yeah. And then after 2 months, I will go to my HR. you know what, you have this program also with you, I never knew, so can't I be a part of that program? That HR will say, how did you not know about your company policies? Or how did you not know about your company? If I have to join eClerx Services Limited, I have to know all the 4 programs that I am working in. There is cable and telecom, there is financial services, there is digital marketing, there is software services, there is an IT arm to it. Today I joined digital marketing IT and there is a hardcore IT which is separate. I should know, I should have had done the know-how before joining the company. If I don't know that company, what will I talk to my clients about the company? Yeah. So knowing your company before you joining again is extremely important. Fair? It's very easy, learn to say no. Why learn to say no? Because, you know, as a newcomer, there could be tenured people who might take a benefit of taking you further and getting you into wrong things. Be professional, be dynamic, and subtly say next time, not now. Yeah? Be polite and say no. Yeah? There could be wrongdoings which could happen in companies, but as an individual, be smart to know what is wrong and be smart to dynamically say no. Yeah? Very important, work smart. Yeah? There could be some presentation that you have to prepare on. For all you know, that data might already be there. You don't have to collate the data. But if without thinking what the outcome needs to be, you just go on working on data, work. For all you know, that was already collated. It was just about formulating it. Yeah? So you have to work smart, you have to think round and not just preparing the presentation. That's not your outcome, right? While the outcome is that, but how easily and how smartly you will prepare that is more important. Yeah? So be smart in what you're working on. Yeah? For all you know, the data and information is all available for you to take the next step. Yeah? It was just about you to see and to gauge what you had to extract out of the data. Very important again, be friendly, but you can't have 1,000 best friends. Yeah? So you have to be friendly, you have to be friendly and you have to be friendly, but not best friends with everyone. Know to recognize people. Yeah? There is a sense, that sixth sense within you, you have that in you. It's just about using it at the right time. Yeah? There could be people who want to get you down, always, right? But know to know people. That's why definitely be friends to them, but again, know your limits, know your boundaries to be friends with them. Yeah? These things, sound very simple now and could just be a line on the sheet, but these things are practical. These things have happened to people. These things are learnings of some people, and there is where it is coming to you from experiences. Yeah? Fair. Now, tricks of time management. You know, you can actually write a book on this one point, tricks of time management. There are so many case studies that have happened on this. Yeah? Tricks of time management. What is more important is, are you prioritizing things for you? You have to do a big project that is in line for you. The project has some 60 sub processes. Do you have to work on all these 60 sub processes? Obviously not. So what is important first? Prioritize. Yeah? And that will actually get you in the right time management mode. Don't overcommit. This big project I'll give in 2 days. No. If you know you can do it in 5 days, tell them I can do it in 7 days. Keep that 2 days buffer for you. Because 5th day if you've told you give, then you better give. Sit day and night and give. Instead, might as well take 2 days extra time. Right? So this is a trick of time management. Don't overbloat on your expectations that you're doing. Don't over confide yourself. Never. Yeah? Today my company budget has to be 50,000 rupees. Good. I will ask an approval of 51,000 rupees. And I will show I saved that 1,000 rupees. Right? If I would have shown 51,000, my cost would have, if suppose had gone to 52,000, I would have had no face, though azar for no reason out of budget. Yeah? So always know the tricks, how you will manage things. very important. Yeah, you know you can do it, very good, but just take that 1 hour extra for you, just to be safe and just to be too precise and crisp. Yeah. Okay. And yeah, it of course mentions don't get your two lives, professional and personal, in. Yeah, obviously with time management, if you have to give time for your home within that 9 hours, you have to make 30 calls at home, you will not finish your work, you will not be able to concentrate, you will not be able to focus. Yeah, so of the 9 hours you need 2 hours, inform your boss I'm going to come 2 hours late, finish with all those activities, and maybe just 7 hours to work, but at least people are aware that you know out of 7 hours you are able to do this. Yeah, and 2 hours for your personal life, which was still fine for one exceptional day, but be informative and plan for your day. Very important, look into details. As I mentioned, for preparing the presentation, for all you know, you might have had that data, but have you looked at it? You never know if you've looked at it or not. So that's why you'll also have to look into what is expected and do you have it in you, and for all you know, it might just be available, and that is extremely important. Yeah, even while writing emails, imagine you've written an email to your client and your client is not able to understand what you've mentioned. For all you know, you've not, the schedule, the project is scheduled to finish on this date and not. Imagine you've not written the not word, it will change the entire paragraph or entire meaning of that sentence. So while writing emails, you've written a client name, dear Clint. Clint is in a small c. An American feels extremely humiliated if you put that small c, as in put a small letter for the name. You have to know all these things, yeah, and have to be extremely cautious. Somewhere you might miss on full stop, somewhere you might miss on commas, but all these things are extremely important when you are formulating emails and things. So look into details, check, verify your content, your emails or your letters that you are mentioning. Yeah, very important again. Yeah, accept criticism, as I mentioned. Yeah, there will be criticism, but that's fine. That's not the end of the day. I will never live tomorrow. No. Yeah, accept it and take it in a positive way. Yeah, criticism is always to come, but so what? Doesn't mean I will have to die tomorrow. Obviously not. Yeah, that will in fact make me stronger by the day if anyone is criticizing me. Yeah, take risks, obviously. Yeah, no job is easier for you until and unless you take risk. It will not be recognized also. Yeah, until and unless you are doing anything exceptional, it will not be recognized. You will have to take that exceptional stand. You will have to take the risk. You will have to show, if I can do 10 steps on a day, there was a day I have taken 18 steps also, and that is taking risks. Yeah, so take risks, you will be recognized, no doubts about it. Very important again, leaves, until unless there is an emergency, don't go for leaves. Yeah, it's not a professional behavior, it's a very, very casual behavior. Yeah, so take leaves, but take leaves only when required, not just randomly. Suddenly you tell, I'm not coming today. No, it brings a major blot, because there could be some plans already for you. So if there are leaves, plan your leaves and then go for those leaves. Don't take undue, unattended leaves at all, because there are people who are depending on you. Yeah, so don't show that casual behavior for you. Show it professionally. Inform well in advance that you might need leaves, so that even they have an idea and they'll not keep any work for you on that day. Yeah, so plan your leaves and take the minimalist and only when required. Yeah. Okay, this is my last page and I'll stop here. Are we doing this? First we have to get into it, get into social media, and once we get into it, we have to use it with responsibility. Just don't simply blindly tag people and don't get into wrong things and wrongdoings. Very important, because there is someone else who's also looking to you, who's looking into your profile, who's looking into what are you doing, who's looking into how useful are you doing or how useless are you doing. Yeah, so use social media with responsibility and with the right way. Yeah, very important, health is wealth always. Take good care of your health. And finally, very, very important, be who you are. Don't copy people. You will have idols with you, no doubts about it. You will have mentors with you. You will have people who you look forward to. Yeah, there could be some major important aspects of that person that you want to take in life, but be yourself. Never lose the you in you. Yeah? Great. I think it's the end. Very important. Yeah? So there's a lot to learn. It will be extremely critical. Things will be difficult, but end of the day, you will enjoy it. Yeah? I wish you all the best. Thank you. Okay, questions? Yep.
Good morning, ma'am. My name is Cheryl Barya and I'm from Indore, Madhya Pradesh.
Okay.
So, ma'am, my question to you is, like you said that we should always keep looking for challenges in our life.
True.
So, I would like to know that being a woman, when you stepped in the corporate world, what type of challenges did you face and how did you manage them?
Sure. Thank you. Have a seat. So, I think, I'm sorry, I didn't get your first name. Cheryl. Have a seat. Cheryl, gone are the days when, people looked at separately to women, Now, people look at, women and men being very equal, very frankly. Yeah. Today, if I am a woman, I will not be given just 9 to 6. I might be given a 1 to 10 shift also. Only thing I will ensure is security, and only thing I'll ensure is taking care. But, there are limits, right? Today, even women do night shifts in so many companies and organizations. So, if you have to ask my per se, I have done night shifts. I have done evening 4 to night 12 o'clock interviews. There was a transition that was happening from, American Express to City. Some of the people had to, and we had to do interviews because in the evenings, because they were going to move to night shifts. It was easy for me to say no, I will not do, and the management would have had agreed. But there was no problem to do a night shift because there were other 20 people with me who were, who were not just women, but there were my colleagues, right? So, one, definitely your environment has to be secure. As long as the environment is secure, there is no stopping for you. So, don't stop yourself. Of course, as I mentioned always, right, you have that sixth sense always with you. That sixth sense should be with you. Ensure you are in a secured zone, no doubts about it, but don't stop yourself from taking challenges and taking opportunities. You will have to look at it positively. Yeah. Today, I did those night shifts, and the management was surprised that all these transitions happened in 3 days' time, which ideally we had a 2 weeks' time for all the transition to finish. Now, the client here then sent an appreciation mail. If we wouldn't have taken this challenge, we wouldn't have seen this golden day for the company, right? Things that had 2 weeks' time finished in 3 days. There is where we will talk of taking challenges, we will talk of taking risk, but we will talk of appreciations, and there we will have those mental rewards, if I have to call. There is that satisfaction of your job that you are doing as an HR, that you stayed with your team, you stayed with your people were happy, they were not disowned, they did not leave the organization because there was no process the next day for them. Yeah, has anyone worked with BPOs? Anyone? No. Okay. So I'm sorry, but I did not tell you the gist. Amex suddenly thought they will shut down operations for one of their business. Now, for them it is very easy to say shut down, but here there were 350 people who were jobless. Yeah, imagine 350 people jobless. Similarly, even during Lehman Brothers times, there was a time where 280 people were jobless. Imagine what they would have done. There were families responsible, where this person could be sole earning, right? There could be some education loan that this guy had to give. There were so many other things. Imagine if they had to be jobless one fine day. Now, is that HR? No, I don't think so. Yeah. And the best thing is, not even a single person had to be laid off. The best thing is, they all got transitioned in different processes. Maybe for some people, it was not the same role for them, but they were at least not jobless, and that's a bigger factor at that moment, at that point. Yeah, you were not asked to leave and we give you a thank you letter and thank you for your services. Never. Yeah, but for that time, what had we to do? We had to quickly, before the entire company gets disturbed with all this turmoil, it was more important to take care of the situation, which we did in flat 3 days, where we had people transitioned in different verticals. As a woman, it was very easy. We'll do it. We have 2 weeks in time. But it is about your own keenness for those individuals. Yeah. So risks will come. All these challenges will come, but never stop yourself as a woman also is what I would say. Go for it. The world is not so bad. And people around are not so bad. If, as I'm always mentioned, right, it's a boomerang. You are good and people will be good to you. You are not so good with a lot of attitude, people will never approach to you and will always look down to you. Yeah? Good. Did this answer? Good. Yeah.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
My name is Monica Sahu and I am from Chhattisgarh. My question to you is, I saw a point there that learn to say no. This is the most difficult task for me, that how would I say no and still not to offend the other person. So how do you do it?
Sure. So, have a seat. It did mention learn to say no, but when I spoke about learn to say no in a dynamic way. Always say, okay, let's do it next time. What is then happening? You're avoiding it for now, right? And then in the interim, for all you know, that might not have been required. So one, you had this excuse of let's do it next time. Otherwise, say no very subtly and very dynamically, where the end person is not feeling, very left out. For example, if you've said no, there could be a reason to it. Be more than polite to explain what the reason to say no is. Yeah. If you could give me one of the instance when you learn to say no. For example, your friend is saying that come with me outside and you said no, but you can't say no is what you're saying, maybe. Yeah. Now, tell your friend that you have some other activities to do. There are some other things that you've prioritized to do. And she will understand these things. If she's not understood, maybe she was immature. You can't do much about immaturity. But here at least you've given your way forward. Yeah. And you've very subtly said no, and maybe you've said, okay, let's do it tomorrow or let's do it the next time. But here, you saying no extremely subtly, dynamically is extremely important. But you standing to your point is of course important. Yeah, this was just a simple casual experience. There could be other instances, but it all depends on situations when you have to say no. Yeah, there could be you're saying no unnecessarily. Obviously, it doesn't make sense. You are asked to do a thing in the college today, and you say no. Obviously, it will not be taken. Yeah. So, it all depends on reasons and situations when you are saying no. Just blindly don't say no until and unless there is solid justifiable reason, only then say no. Yeah? Good. Thank you. Yes?
Good afternoon, ma'am. My name is Shruti Malik and I am from Dehradun. You mentioned the point, accept criticism and praise your stride. Can you please elaborate it? I really like.
Sure, of
I'd
course.
like to know more about it.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
Have a seat. I meant expect criticism. Now, as I mentioned, this was more to do with we had a team of people, and there was someone who was not great in communication. Yeah, the guy just couldn't speak fluent English. He got extremely demotivated because not everyone was talking to him. Yeah, Why people are not talking to him? Because maybe he was not able to then answer and things, and it was not getting a very interactive session. So whatever people spoke within others, but not this guy. Yeah. Now this guy was a newcomer. He was not accepted. Yeah. And above that, you are not talking to him because his communication was not good, or for whatever XYZ reasons. Now that is of course about accepting criticism. The other is how you will beat this criticism. Okay, my English is poor, that's fine. That's not the end of the world, right? What am I doing to improve there? Am I doing some classes? Am I watching some English news channels? What am I doing to get there? Yeah. See, criticism could be a fact too, right? Today, if I'm criticized for my communication, yeah, that is one of the way that people are looking forward to me, right? Ki Dipti Deshpande doesn't know to speak English. That's fine. I'm accepting criticism, but what am I doing to it? I'm striving hard to get and cross the border and ensuring that I will improve my communication. So for that improvement, I'm striving hard. And that is all about accepting and working on your criticism. Yeah? And this is just about one of the live cases that happen. Criticisms could be in work. She's not doing the right coding. She's not doing the right programming. She doesn't know to code. There are so many errors in the code. There are so many corrupts in the code. But I should not stop there, definitely. I should see how I can develop. Maybe I'm going to my senior and asking, how could this be better? Yeah. So accept criticism, and criticism will happen, no doubts. For newcomers, for anyone, criticism is obvious. But don't sit with that criticism in your head. Think of things that will avoid that criticism. Yeah. Think of ways, means, and how will you avoid it completely. It will take some time, but not it will not happen. Yeah? Does that answer? Thank you. Only girls speak here, no guys speaking. Very good. Hey.
Good afternoon, ma'am. I'm Monica Shrivastava.
Yeah.
I have 3 questions for asking you, ma'am.
Okay.
First question is, what idea to change your life? And the second question will be, if a marketing sector is not safe for girls, isn't or not?
Okay.
And my last question will be, what kind of difficulty you feel in the duration of that you do in the right now? What kind of difficulty you feel as a woman you feel?
Sure. So your first question was, what idea?
To change your life.
What idea to change your life? Thank you. Have a seat.
Thank you, ma'am.
I'm not sure if I got a question correct, but an idea to change my life, very frankly, idea to change my life. Very good. So see, very frankly, I will not suddenly change my life, and ideas don't pop up every day. And if an idea has popped up just someday, I will not go just because it's popped up. I will first think of the pros, I will think of the cons, I will think it's going to help me in my future, benefit me or not, and only then I'll go. So ideas will come to you, but please think 360 degrees how those ideas are going to be. For example, today I think an idea is about starting a startup. It's not easy. For a startup, one, I have to have the infrastructure, I have to have the community with me, I have to have the know-how of whatever startup I'm doing. So all these ideas, before coming, I have to have a good history that I have to develop. Yeah, I have to develop good content, and only then I will think of changing my life, if so. So if I am ready to take the risk, that risk has to be within limits, and that risk should not, stumble down everything. So be with your ideas, but just ensure that you are doing good to your life too. Yeah? I'm sorry, what was the second question? Marketing. Marketing is not dead at all. In fact, marketing is now a little moved to the digital marketing sector. Earlier, marketing was just about outbound, right? But digital marketing has now made it more, more explorative. For example, when we talk of big data, we talk of analytics. Yeah, this all is got into the marketing sector. How it is got into marketing sector? Today, a sales officer will not have to go to the customer and say this policy is good for you. No. You have a policybazaar.com. Now that is also marketing gimmick, right? You are not selling just that one policy, you are showing different 5 policies, and the customer has to select which is a good policy for him. So this is big data for the customer. This is digital marketing for the customer. So marketing is never bad for women and not bad for anyone. Marketing, definitely you should take marketing. There is a lot of scope for improvement, maybe as Bs or as BScs or as ITs, good, but somewhere when you're climbing up ladders, you will anyways have to end up not coding doing the entire life. You will have to somewhere get into client management, client development, business management, business development. So marketing will be a prominent role for you, no doubts about it. Yeah. And third, it was about? No, being a woman, I did not face any difficulties in life. All the men around me and all the people around me were very good. So no, I have not faced any challenges in life, and as I mentioned, it always depends on how you take it further in life. If you keep thinking I'm a woman, I'll not do this, I'm a woman, I'll not do that, I'll not go there, I'll not go to Mumbai, I'll not go to US because I'm a woman, it's a nighttime flight, so what? Yeah, you can't stop yourself. You have to take your steps further if you want to be successful in life. Don't be conservative, because there are other women, if you don't do it, it's fine, but there will be others who will do it. So you might as well jump. Yeah? Thank you. Yes. I think I can hear you. You can talk.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Ma'am, my name is Biswajit Datta. I am from Siliguri, West Bengal. Ma'am, you pointed out a point, be passionate. So like when we as of this point, we are, if I am passionate about singing, I cannot certainly make it my profession. I cannot certainly make it my profession because maybe it will not fetch me to that extent or to that earning.
Okay.
For my life, for my future extent.
Okay.
But today, when I'm going for an interview, the interviewer is looking for what I'm capable of, and what he is looking means where he has to place me. But then certainly, if he places me to a place where maybe I will not be comfortable, maybe I'm not comfortable with that position, how will I convert it to my passion, so that I can love the work and I can provide a good result to it?
Thank you. Have a seat.
Thank you, ma'am.
I have a colleague, and his is the exact problem. He's extremely passionate in music. Yeah. And his parents told him to do BEIT, and then his parents told him to do MBA, and then his parents told he has to get placed and get a good job, and he was a good boy and he did this all, but inside he was a great musician. Yeah. And things went, days went, months went, and I was seeing that he's nowhere enjoying. Yeah. And then we spoke, and there when we communicated again, when I mentioned that keep talking, when we spoke, I was very late to in fact speak to him directly, because it was coming through his managers to me and things. But when I spoke to him directly, what I saw is his passion is music. So what do you think we did? What we did is, we allowed him playing his phone while he's working. Yeah, we allowed him play his instrumental songs while he was working, and believe me, he thoroughly enjoyed his work. What was it all about? It was only about having the music start, and when the music started, he worked more focused. Yeah, because that music maybe was giving him some positive vibes and the positive energy, and that positive energy was giving a positive outcome through his work. Yeah. So these could be very, very minuscule things. Now see, if you have to work end of the day, that's a fact, right? And we have to accept the fact, and if I have to accept the fact, I'm obviously working for it. So maybe your passion could be music, so have some music classes over the weekend, go for some musical programs over the weekend, or over the weekdays during the evenings. Continue your hobby. there are so many activities that happen in organization during the annual day, during the family day, during fashionista, during fashion programs. Show your music to your corporates also. They'll enjoy it for more because they are dumbs. They don't only coding and only working on PCs. They will enjoy your passion also. So there are various events and activities where you'll have to show your passion. And of course, facts of life would remain that you'll have to work. So of course, indulge during the weekend for your musical programs. For all you know, you might just conduct musical sessions during weekends. No one stops you. Yeah, so you'll have to maintain this balance. You will have to maintain this balance, and you will definitely be successful in both the ways, no doubts, professionally and personally. But don't leave your hobby, don't leave your passion, never. Because if you leave your passion, somewhere in your mind you will be extremely hurt. That hurtness and that hard feelings will be seen in your organization, and it will not help you. So don't leave your passion. Answers? Good. No more questions? Have you told them to stop? Okay. Great. Are we done? I liked your questions, and be more than open, be more, sorry, you have something. Yeah.
Hello. Good afternoon, ma'am. My name is Saurabh Kothari. I am from Jodhpur, Rajasthan. Ma'am, my question is to you that do the corporates see while giving internships and placements that whether that candidate have given how much attempts of exam or failures? My interest is in finance, and ma'am, I was pursuing chartered accountant. And many of my seniors told that if you have given many a times exam, then you would not succeed in interview, because many companies before giving interview, they filled their form in which we have to write how many attempts you have given. And most probably they privileged to take first attempt. If you
have a seat. Sure. Have a seat. Thank you. So very frankly, there is a background verification form that you have to fill. Yeah, the background verification form done by a KPMG or any of these institutes, very frankly, doesn't count on how many attempts you've given. Of course, what it will look at is maybe what is the percentage that you've gone. For example, there could be companies who is only looking at distinction, or could be companies who is looking only at first classes. But that totally depends on the requirements of the company. Yeah. The background verification form will only ask, are you a graduate, are you a postgraduate, yes, no, whatever it is. Yeah, it will never ask how many attempts you've taken. Not interested. The client here is looking at you being a graduate and then you working on the project. The client is not interested how many times you've done your, how much time you've taken to do your graduation. No. There could be an age criteria. Now could be, after 30 years they might not allow. Age criterias are there, but not on education. And of course, there could be a company like Mu Sigma, or there could be a company like Morgan Stanley, right? Now there are 10,000 applications that come to them. Now obviously they can't entertain all 10,000 applications, so they might just have some elimination round. There has to be eliminations, right? What eliminations can come up? Okay, you've not done your graduation within 4 years, you've done your graduation within 6 years. That is an elimination round for them. That is because with just 2 requirements, imagine there are 10,000 applications. They have to remove eliminations, so companies will look for eliminations like these rounds. But otherwise, in background verifications, they are nowhere seen how much time you've taken for the education. No. Fair?
They would prefer skills.
Skills? Of course, yes, they would prefer. So, I'm hiring from here, for example. There are 2 people who are shortlisted, of which one person is a certified person, one person just did his post-graduation. The certified person, of course, it all depends on the interviews, his earlier, percentage, his, education background and everything. But very prominent, if I am hiring for IT, if I am hiring for .NET, if someone has done a Microsoft certified program of .NET, it's more easier for me because I know he studied for that Microsoft certification, which means he knows more of the .NET technologies. So definitely he can have more stand to prove himself. Now there could be some people who are not even certified, but then how are you showing that you are a quick learner and you are good to grasp? That also is important, and that also depends. So it all depends on the situation when you are getting selected.
Ma'am, one more question.
Sure.
Ma'am, you told about that website regarding dummy money to teach investment. Ma'am, can you please repeat that? I want to jot that out.
Yeah. So it is moneycontrol.com.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. So moneycontrol.com, allows you to take that 1 lakh, 5 lakh, 10 lakh, and with that 1 lakh, these are dummy shares that you're picking up, right? Then you know how did the share do, and then you actually know, oh my God, I would have been in loss or in profits. From that you will know about capital markets, you'll know about derivatives, So these websites are extremely useful. Thank you. Good to go? Thank you. I liked your questions, and be inquisitive, keep asking, keep questioning to yourself. If you don't find answers, Google is our best friend, yeah? But find answers for your betterment. Yeah? All the best, guys. Do well. Thank you. Sorry. I'm so sorry. Sorry.
Thank you, madam, for your encouraging words. It was indeed a pleasure to be your audience. There is something about giving everything to your profession. In Italian, an obsession is not necessarily negative. It's the art of putting all your energy into one thing. It's the art of transforming even what you eat for lunch into an architecture. On that note, let's take a lunch break and meet after a while. Thank you.